Season 2 of the First and 35 podcast. I'm your host, Gus Cousins, along with my co-host, Ben Jordan, and our administrator, who is yet to purchase a mic. Sadly, hopefully that happens soon. We're back for a second season, eh?
Yeah.
It's great. None of us wanted to kill each other in the first season, so here we are. This second season will probably be a hell of a lot longer than the first one, I would imagine. 10 episodes of... Yeah. How many views did the last one get? Like 11 or 10 or whatever? Really bad.
On the incline from, 6 to 11
Well,
or something?
6 to 11, but then the drop-off before that was substantial because it was the Hunjin Ryu one, right? And we got like 46 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then our episode 1 of the first season had the most.
Right?
It was like 55.
Yeah.
Which is next to nothing in reality, but for us it's really goddamn good. So hopefully season 2 has a lot of interesting stuff to come. Although this week was a really bad start to that. Really dry.
However.
So we'll spice it up with something at the end. Stay tuned.
Yes, we will.
But in the sports world, it was really, really boring. The MLB kept going on about its, the Astros thing that kept going. Yeah. I think everyone's just kind of sick and tired of that right now. The NFL, that was probably the most interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
piece of sports. So let's start there, I guess. Last week,
the playoffs.
The playoffs. But there's nothing going on this weekend. That's what's so distressing.
Yeah,
there's
no one really cares about the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl does not count.
Stupid
the Pro Bowl, the most
relay races and
well, the dodgeball was good.
Yeah,
Jarvis Landry in the dodgeball, that was brilliant.
Yeah, I also like the interception one.
Yeah, that was.
They put
I like the NHL All-Star Game or the skills competition. Mm-hmm. The NFL has a couple good.
I know a
ideas.
lot of it's really stupid, like gathering footballs that are bouncing on the ground and hopping over walls.
Yeah, but
dodgeball
is good.
Yeah.
The interviews are, I think they're better than the NHL interviews because nobody doing the NHL interviews wants to be there.
Target throwing?
Yeah,
that was saw Kirk Cousins.
I saw Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was great. But, so I guess we'll start in the NFL. The Super Bowl is next weekend. And my beloved Titans are not a part of it, unfortunately. It'll be the Chiefs and the 49ers in Miami. Tannehill will not be returning to Miami. That is so disappointing. The last week's games weren't overly great. I don't think the Chiefs beat the Titans 35-24. That garbage. I've gotten over it at this point, but that stupid second half was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
In that game, it was just such a joke, and the Titans end up losing, and I was very sad about it.
As predicted.
Yeah, I don't think many people thought the Titans would win, but I mean, you live by Derrick Henry and you die by Derrick Henry, and you got to feed him the ball. I'll put the blame on somewhat of the Titans, coaching staff by not giving Derrick Henry the ball every other play or every play.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the jokes of offside calls and offensive pass interference, like that one I sent you off air, that picture was ridiculous. It was insane. The guy got elbowed in the face and pushed out of the way, and then he got called for the penalty. Killer penalties.
Yeah.
False starts. Illegal, when you line up in the neutral zone.
Like, it was holding ones as well.
Holding ones, yeah, those I can because that's tougher to see, right? Because everyone's holding everybody. But the
all
rest
of it's
them were
harder to see.
Yeah, but some of them, it's like...
Think about all the times you're watching a game and you don't even know what the penalty is until they put it on replay. The refs don't have replay in live time. It's hard.
Well, no, but sometimes they do. Within the last 2 minutes, they do. And I know in this case it didn't happen in the last 2 minutes.
It's just still making a call on the spot is sometimes
I'm amazed that they actually got that. So it didn't mean anything, but Tannehill's last throwing touchdown there to get to 24, that was the last offensive thing they really did in that game. But I'm amazed they even got that. Because I'm just assuming, as I'm sitting there watching that game, that every other play the Titans, try something, it'll just be called for a phantom flag because it's ridiculous. And to be fair, a couple happened against the Chiefs too. Those were, I think, more there were just a couple of them in the first half and then one in the second half.
Timing as well too, right?
Yeah, but the Titans ones were ridiculous. And as you said, thank God I'm not a diehard Titans fan.
I know, you would literally be pulling your hairs out.
If that was Miami, I would be losing my mind, and I'd still be losing my mind.
That's what I was saying.
But Tannehill goes to the Pro Bowl, and Derrick Henry's there as well, and they have Jarrell Casey there as well. So, I mean, good for them, I guess, but they would much rather be practicing and playing in the Super Bowl, no kidding.
Yeah.
And then in the other game, the 49ers beat the Packers. That was
really close,
that was a different kind of a joke game because the Packers didn't show up.
No.
It was 27-0 at the half for the 49ers, and they just kept on going to win 37-20. That was just a brutal game, and I feel bad for any Packers fans who were there watching, because that was a disgrace.
Yeah.
That was so bad. Aaron Rodgers couldn't get anything going in the second half. Him and Aaron Jones kind of got something happening, but not a whole lot, and then it's the 49ers. So, I mean, I'm glad. I don't dislike the 49ers or the Chiefs. I think it'll be a good Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs are still a heavy favorites, probably, just because of Patrick Mahomes.
I would say so as well.
And, I mean, at this point, the 49ers have Jimmy Garoppolo, who has not thrown a whole lot. He can, obviously.
It's been Raheem Mostert.
But, yes, it's been Mostert. It's been Deebo Samuel.
And their defense.
And I think, I mean, if the running game does not get going, you are screwed, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you can just fully rely on Kittle and
definitely
Emmanuel
not.
Sanders.
Yeah, no. I mean, they're not bad players.
No, they're not bad, but
is
they're
a
also
good quarterback. But
they're
he
also
hasn't had to do
defendable
it.
when you know exactly what the
What
ball's
was the
going
stat? Garoppolo threw like eight passes last game or something like that.
Stupid.
Like, okay, if he can do that again in the Super Bowl, great, because that'll be their game plan. But
I think
if
he got
can't,
hurt too. Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, Tevin Coleman, he's out.
Yeah.
So, like, you're just so limited right now. You're turning to the goddamn Philadelphia Eagles, except with a quarterback that can actually stay on the field. Like, you were just running out of guys in positions.
Yeah. Well,
and so
it'll be up to the defense, I think.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs, as I said, are favored in this, just because Patrick Mahomes is just so goddamn good. That was the other infuriating thing. Watching him run that one play, against the Titans.
Yes, down the
it's
sideline.
Like,
yeah.
oh my God, you losers! Somebody half a foot and he'd be out of bounds.
Yeah.
Why tackle him sideways? Don't tackle him forward, because you just pushed him into the end zone. Like the last two at like the 2-yard line, when he got to the 2-yard line, and those Titans defenders, I think it was Byard and somebody. It's just like the worst defending job ever. And I get it; it's hard to do, and I couldn't do it obviously. But come on. They pay you to tackle guys, and you have kind of like two jobs: catch the ball or tackle the guy. And in this case, it's a quarterback running. I don't care if it's Mahomes. Push him out of bounds. Do something. And that was so... I mean, I think if you can do that against the 49ers, I think they'll be set. But
well, I mean, he's so good at running. He's so good at throwing.
He's so good.
You can't take everything away, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think he'll have a pretty easy going. I mean, far be it for me to say I think the Chiefs will blow him out, but I think they have a really good shot at winning the Super Bowl. Then right after the Titans lost, their defensive coordinator, Dean Pease, retired from the NFL for the second time. This time, apparently, he's staying retired, because the last time he did it, I believe the Titans dragged him out of retirement and convinced him to come be coach for them. But yeah, he's 70 now. He spent the last over a decade in the NFL. And I think, congratulations to him. He had a really good year. I mean, hell, everybody on the Titans coaching staff had a really good year, because you turned that team into... Yes, had a really good year. You brought them to the championship game, the AFC championship game. It was great. So, congratulations to him. If he wanted another coaching job, he would 100% get it. But if he wants to go stay at home and do whatever outside of football, I think that's great too. And he's had a great career. Another person who's had a great career, who's now retired, is Eli Manning. He announced his retirement yesterday. It'll be weird not seeing him in the league, and I really don't want to see him do any of those pizza ads. Him and Peyton Manning and whoever else. They have their there's another Manning coming up, right? In college?
Like their nephew or something like that?
Yeah, something like Archie Manning or something.
He's already like a top high school prospect.
So we'll never get rid of the Mannings for good, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a good career with the Giants. 16 years, 2 Super Bowls, both over the Patriots, which everyone loves. He ended his career 7th in passing touchdowns and yards. He'll be definitely going to the Hall of Fame, I think. And yeah, I mean, in his press conference, he said, it would be the Giants for nobody. I don't think that's entirely true. I have a feeling if some other team called him up and said, we'll give you 16 starting games, then he might take that. But I don't think anybody did, and I mean, he was kind of, father time gets you every time, right? So it's good for him. I think he's had a great career. Giants legend, but he'll be on his merry way, and we'll have a couple years of interim space when there's no Manning in the league. But, so, I mean, good on him. The Giants, though, that was such a bad way to go, because he basically got overshadowed by Daniel Jones last year, right? He lost his starting job.
Came back, for the last game or something like that?
Yeah. So, the Giants also hired Freddie Kitchens onto their staff, which is terrible, I think, because it's Freddie Kitchens. And although they haven't actually officially announced what position he'll be holding on the coaching staff, I think that's so brutally bad. You'd be so bad on the Browns. No one likes you, and you're one of the worst. You know, like, he was one of the worst coaches in the league last year. Nobody liked him. Nobody thought it was good.
Not success.
Yeah, no success whatsoever.
Yeah.
You had the Browns team that thought they would be Super Bowl contenders, and they didn't even make the playoffs. So, I mean, maybe he can slide into the Giants somewhere, but, I mean, I hope he doesn't have a major role, because that would be terrible for the organization, I think.
Yeah.
And everyone involved. The Jaguars hired Jay Gruden as their new offensive coordinator. He spent the last 6 seasons as the head coach in Washington. I think that was a good hire by the Jaguars. He can work with Gardner Minshew, all the rookies that are coming up, and then whatever draft picks they have this year. DJ Chark, I couldn't remember his name. But yeah, I think that's a great hire by them. I think the Jaguars are going to have to get back on track and quick, because they have this Nick Foles thing that they got to deal with. And I don't know how they're going to deal with that, because Gardner Minshew looked mighty good in his time, you know, as the starting quarterback.
As good, if not better.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's a great hire, but I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. And then the last interesting stat I found, so this year's Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the 49ers, it'll be the first Super Bowl in 7 years to not have either C.J. Anderson or LeGarrette Blount in it playing. And I think that's nuts.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't believe that's true, because I just read it on some Twitter account, but then I looked it up, and it's like, holy smokes, that is true. Because Anderson, you know, in his days in Denver, LeGarrette Blount, Philly, and New England. So, and because those teams have been there so much over the last 7 years, that's nuts.
That is nuts.
I mean, yeah, I don't even know what to make of that stat, because it's so weird and random. Like, it's...
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that stupid basketball one. Like, Patrick McCaw has been in the NBA Finals, like, in each of the last, like, 5 years or whatever.
Yeah, like these random players. Yeah. Like, LeGarrette Blount, it's good, and C.J. Anderson was good. So they're not bad players. But it's just funny that they always end up there. It would have been
an amazing run.
Yeah, it would have been a better stat if, like, it had only been LeGarrette Blount or only C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, just
they
go all on that 7 of the last years.
Yeah, every time you're negotiating a contract, just say, every team I've played for, we've made the Super Bowl. And you can get, like, an extra couple $100,000. Yeah. So that's just weird. But, yeah, as I've said, I think the Super Bowl will be a great game. It's disappointing that there's a 2-week layoff in between.
I mean, especially with nothing else happening anywhere.
Yes, nothing really in any sports. So, I mean, that'll be something. I think it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, it's a Super Bowl. Everyone enjoys it.
Yeah.
Sit in front of your TV, wings, pizza, whatever.
Yeah. What everyone doesn't enjoy was that garbage called the NHL Skills Competition yesterday.
Yeah, that was a mess.
Bad. That was really bad.
It started with the introductions. It was...
The best part of that, I thought, was the 3-on-3, the women's, the Team Canada versus Team US. Those guys can play. Like, they were not holding anything back.
No, they're not bad.
Like, I forget their names, because I obviously don't watch them or know them enough, as I should. But the Canadian goaltender.
Yeah, well,
I would have wanted to see her in the breakaway, the shootout.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you heard on air, they were talking about some of her stats. She's like 99 wins, and out of the 99 wins, she has like 56 shutouts or 55
like,
shutouts.
It's nuts.
That's insane.
And it's
I don't
back
care
to the whole,
what level you're playing. That's insane.
And it's back to the whole, the women's sports thing and all that. It's like, I think that door has long since shut, and I think it's a joke that people don't pay attention to women's sports more than they do. Because you have players like these. You have, like, it was a great game.
That was the biggest event of the night.
Yes, easily. Two 10-minute periods of 3-on-3 between these two teams.
Yeah.
We're actually playing, going all out.
Yeah, like, not only was it the, like, by time longest event, it was the most, like...
Yeah, it was great.
I think to watch.
I did not see one.
I mean, the one like NHL skill that I don't mind watching is like the accuracy shooting.
But even that, the screen broke, right?
Yeah, that's a new addition this year.
Yeah, the electronic board.
As much as they say, I don't want to keep putting new targets in, I'm a fan of just the old school shoot out the styrofoam targets or whatever. But
I forget who it was yesterday. But somebody in that, contest, they showed a replay, and the board just, I guess, like, had a stroke.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was Huberdeau.
It was Huberdeau. That's who it was.
He shot it, like,
way wide.
Way down or something.
Yeah, it hit, like, the post and out or something. And then it just,
and then, like, 2 seconds later, it just, like...
Yeah, it crumbled.
It just...
Like, what the hell, I guess. But yeah, bring back the styrofoam because yesterday was really, really bad.
Yeah, I don't know. And Slavin wins.
Slavin, I thought that was great, though. I like Jacob
defensive
Slavin,
defenseman.
Yeah, out of
wins
nowhere.
The competition.
Yes, in like 9 seconds or something ridiculous like that. Like, good on him. Like, that was really good.
I mean, Hurdle was like about to do it, and then he just couldn't hit.
Hurdle was 4 for 4, right?
And then the last one.
Yeah, so that was. I mean, hey, it's kind of fun to watch. But I thought the women's game was the best by far. I don't really enjoy
any of it, but that's the most enjoyable one.
Yeah, and today it'll be the NHL 3-on-3 games.
Yeah.
And there were a couple late announcements about players like replacing other players. Chris Kreider for the Rangers will replace Artemi Panarin for the All-Star game. Panarin's out with an injury. Yeah. And then Senators, the latest addition was the Senators' Brady Tkachuk will replace the Toronto Maple Leafs' Austin Matthews at the All-Star game for an injury to his wrist. I don't care if they have pictures of him wearing like one of those braces on. I don't believe that.
Wrist soreness, and given the Leafs situation right now, they need him 100%.
Yeah. I get it. If he
doesn't play Monday, I'll be shocked.
No, he'll definitely play Monday.
Yeah.
He's not getting suspended because he showed up. He was there in the locker room. So
and he signed autographs. And he was there taking pictures with Marner and Anderson.
But still, I mean,
it's
iffy. A little
iffy.
Bit of a cop out.
It's iffy.
And speaking of the Leafs,
but to be
Monday,
fair, on behalf of the Leafs, it's a smart thing to do. Like if you're thinking success, in the NHL season wise, I mean.
I think the hockey ops guys are probably well on board with it, but it's just kind of irritating to see. Selfishly, I would rather see Matthews than Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah, lots of people want to see Matthews.
Yeah, and
whatever. The Leafs also recalled Muzzin and Trevor Moore today.
Yes,
they played an AHL game.
Yeah, they did for the Marlies.
They'll be back on Monday.
Of the Leafs, so this is just something I heard, just an idea that I hadn't thought about, and I heard it yesterday. Somebody pitched the idea that, because of Freddie Anderson doing the stuff at the All-Star game, and, he was participating and he'll play today, that on Monday, what if they start Michael Hutchinson versus Nashville? I don't think there's a chance in hell you can do it. I don't think you should because you have to go on a heater, and you're not going to start a heater with Michael Hutchinson. No offense to him.
Well, you're not going to start a heater with recent Freddie Anderson either.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still Freddie Anderson. But somebody just pitched
it is
the
still
load management idea.
3 Freddie Anderson.
Yes.
So.
But they were saying, it's like load management. He's doing all this stuff at the All-Star game. He has to fly around a lot. Then he has to show up and practice, and then he has to play. So it's like, it would be an idea to start Hutchinson.
You can see where it's coming from, but it's also just a.
That is a scary decision to have to make. I wouldn't want to be.
On behalf of myself, I'll be sitting on my couch shitting my pants if that's the case.
Yes, and I think they should start Freddie. I think they will start Freddie. But if they don't, I think that'll be some questions will have to be answered about that.
Oh yeah, Sheldon Keefe will be on the mic.
Yeah, well he'll get the heat for it, but I imagine it would be
he'll get the heat for it if they get blown out.
Yeah.
If they start Michael Hutchinson and they win, this guy looks like he just pulled his crystal ball out of the shop.
Yeah, but it won't 100% be on Keefe. Like, there's no way Keefe pulls that off on his own. I mean, it'll have to go up to the hockey ops guys like Domus and those guys. But
as stupid as it sounds, it's probably part of Freddie Anderson's decision.
Yeah,
and he's earned the right to say, I'm not good to go. I'm tired.
Yeah,
or I'm ready.
But it's just a rumor. Done. It's just an idea. I'm sure Freddie will still play, but if he doesn't, there will be a lot of eyes on that game and a lot of eyes on Keefe. Who's making that decision essentially. So, I think that'll be interesting to watch. A couple other pieces of very, very minor news. As we've said, there's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
Akeem Alou, who is in the news a month and a half ago ish, with all the racial, and we're not going to get back into it. But he came out and he spoke about it. He signed a contract in the Czech Extraliga. He will play for a team there until the end of the season. HC Litvinov, but I believe there's only 13 games left, so he's just going on to try and push them into the playoffs, and then he'll play till the season ends. I wouldn't be surprised if an NHL team takes a flyer on him next year, like an AHL deal.
Maybe.
But I mean, good for him because I didn't know he wasn't playing hockey, so when I saw that, I'm like, well, it's good somebody saw it and picked him up because he played a couple games in the NHL, right, with the Flames, so he's not bad. He's usable.
The NHL is not bad,
yeah, right? So, but good for him. He gets that deal. The Blackhawks also signed minor league goaltender Matt Tompkins to a 2-year, 2-way contract for $700,000. That'll be, I think, he might get a shot if they trade Robin Lehner. But
Yeah.
he's still another real young guy far away, I would say, unless the spot opens up. And then my favorite piece of news is that Gritty, the Philadelphia Flyers mascot, is under investigation for running up and punching a 13-year-old kid in the back at a meet and greet when they were leaving. Now, my favorite part about this is that all the news stories doing it, all the stories, articles written about it, is they refer to it as Gritty is under investigation.
Yeah.
Gritty
it's as if
is
the
not
mascot's
a thing.
going to disappear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gritty is not going anywhere.
There's someone
The guy underneath Gritty,
is...
whose name has not gotten out there, I don't believe yet,
Yeah.
may be the one facing these charges. However, there's no evidence of this happening. The Flyers said we can't corroborate this, so they brought in actual police investigators to deal with it.
Gritty's back.
But Gritty, the idea that this object, this, person of Gritty that everybody seems to think exists, he doesn't. Gritty didn't do it. The guy under him did. Now, there's no, obviously, as I've said, evidence to prove this one way or another. I don't think it actually happened.
Yeah, I don't think it did either.
I think that's an attention-seeking father, personally.
It's a cash grab.
Yeah, and they're trying to sue the Flyers, right? Or sue Gritty. That was the other thing, suing Gritty. You're not suing Gritty.
You're suing the Flyers organization.
Gritty's an idea. It's a, I don't even know what the word for it is. It's a thing.
Yeah.
But it's not a person.
It's a costume.
Yes.
That's as much as it is.
It's an identity. Gritty is an identity.
Someone identifies as Gritty.
Yes.
At each Flyers game.
Yes. With the weird guard that's always behind him. Deb, you noticed that?
Yeah.
There's Gritty, but there's always, like the Secret Service guy there. I want to know the story on that. Did some intern pitch that and they're like, oh my god, it might actually be a good idea.
I
just want to know the backstory of
clearly
Gritty.
He doesn't need protecting.
Yeah, he can punch his own
away,
kids.
Right?
Yes. So that's still ongoing and there's no news really. But that's hilarious.
I think it's going to just
imagine they did though. They just, this 13-year-old kid, on the way out,
you have to believe they have video somewhere.
They apparently don't.
I know, but if it happened,
yes,
you gotta believe that there's video somewhere. The whole rink's recorded the whole time.
Yeah, but I just can imagine. And apparently, the 13-year-old kid was there for an hour with his dad waiting in line. It's like, okay, that's a whole. The dad
claimed he was at chiropractic care or something.
Yeah,
after.
He had to get he
had back bruising.
Yes, I've had back bruising before, but I haven't sued the ground for doing it. It's just, whatever. It's interesting. It'll be funny to see where it goes. But, it's a slow week when we're talking about Matt Tompkins being signed by the Blackhawks and Gritty punching a child.
Yeah, so, it doesn't get much better in basketball.
No, it does not at all.
Excitement of the week, I guess, Zion Williamson makes his debut.
Good game, good fourth quarter.
Did nothing. Fourth quarter came out, hit a bunch of threes.
17 points straight.
Yeah.
Great.
And his second game wasn't much worse. I don't know if you saw his block.
I did, fourth row.
Yeah.
That was a nice block.
Yeah, he's living up to hype so far. We'll see.
But it is 2 games.
It is 2
that's
games
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everyone talking about, oh, he's back. He's, now in contention for Rookie of the Year. Okay, Ja Morant hasn't been injured the entire year.
Unless Ja Morant gets hurt and Zion does something crazy, Ja Morant has that locked up.
I also like how ESPN, I think it was ESPN who threw in the name, Zion Williamson's back. He's now in contention for Rookie of the Year along with Ja Morant and RJ Barrett.
Who's also hurt now.
You tried to sneak RJ Barrett's name in there, didn't you? That.
Not even close.
It's so dumb.
Not even close.
That's so far off track.
Yeah. But, anyway, a few other pieces of news. The Jazz re-signed Royce O'Neal to a 4-year, $36 million extension. Kawhi Leonard got his first career triple-double yesterday for the LA Clippers. The Golden State Warriors traded Willie Cauley-Stein to the Mavericks for a second-round pick. The Trailblazers traded Trevor Ariza, Caleb Swanigan, Wenny and Gabriel to Sacramento for Kent Bazemore, Anthony Tolliver, and 2 second-round picks.
I have heard of one of those players in my life.
Ariza or Bazemore? Which one?
Ariza. Was he I couldn't even tell you anything about him. I just recognized the name.
Phoenix for a while, I think.
Oh, maybe that's where.
Last little bit of news. Dion Waiters made his debut.
Yeah, boy. Everyone.
Long journey.
Every basketball playing child dreams of becoming.
Yeah, I think the
Dion
NHL
Waiters.
skills competition got so boring. I think I ended up sending you a text or something saying, Dion Waiters is checking in.
Flip the channel over to the Heat game. Dion Waiters is checking in. Okay.
Yeah.
And I did. That's how my night went.
Yeah.
I watched
Dion Waiters, the guy who consumed 22 edibles.
No, 11.
11, not 22.
Was it 11? We'll have to figure. I don't remember.
Either way.
Something ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
Anyways.
Well, my night revolved around that.
What?
My night revolved around that.
Yes. Well, apparently he wasn't.
Waiters.
Did he score anything? I checked in, but
I don't know.
Maybe he did. I don't know. That's another stat that we should figure out for next week or something. See how Dion Waiters does after the, from here on out. Does he get playing time? Does he score? Does he pass out on another plane? Who knows?
We'll see. Yet to be discovered.
30 for 30, Dion Waiters. ESPN 30 for 30. Just do a reenactment, like a documentary.
A day in the life of Dion Waiters.
Yes. Now I'm going to go consume 11 gummies on a plane. A 3-hour plane ride to Phoenix. Or wherever the hell it was. That'd be hilarious. But, yeah. And the MLB, sadly for me, did not get a whole lot better in terms of news coverage. So I guess that's where we'll go next. Another DFA trade. The Cubs got Travis Lakins from the Red Sox in exchange for a player to be named later or cash. That's just such a dumb trade for both teams. That's so irrelevant.
We're at that stage where
I love minor leaguers, but that's so irrelevant. It's not even funny.
Yep.
Nothing against Lakins, but for players to be named later or cash, like wow, that you could slide him $10 across the table. Here, you want Lakins? Give me a pizza. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
The biggest news problem was that the Braves signed Marcell Ozuna to a 1-year, $18 million deal. Great deal, I think, for both sides. He'll add. I mean, the Braves just keep getting better.
I think he's gonna have a really good year.
Yeah, I think
it's gonna be a smart move on his part because he's gonna go out and he's gonna make tons of money.
Yeah, I think
at the end of next year.
Yeah, and he'll definitely be productive for them. The Braves again, they've signed so many guys that I've liked this offseason on good deals. I think.
Well, the Braves are very likable.
Yeah, they have nobody you can really hate.
Yeah.
The Cubs signed Steven Souza Jr. The contract and the terms haven't been released yet. But he'll be in the outfield for the Cubs, I would say. He's a good bounce-back guy because he had knee surgery or knee problems over the last year and a half. Yeah, and he didn't really get to play a whole lot there, but I think he's kind of a sleeper guy. He can come up, and he's hit tons of home runs in Tampa Bay. Yeah. He can do it, and I think he definitely will. The Royals re-signed Alex Gordon to a 1-year, $4 million deal. Certainly not the player he once was, but I couldn't imagine him leaving Kansas City. Yeah. He's not terrible either. He puts up decent stats.
He's not awful. He started the year pretty hot last year, I think.
Yeah, so he did. I remember that because I picked him up in fantasy and used him for a week. But anyways, so good for him. I couldn't see him leaving Kansas City. Similar with the Nationals when they re-signed Ryan Zimmerman to a 1-year, $2 million deal. It would be, I think, gut feeling national or bust, right? Yep. I couldn't see him going anywhere else, and he's back there. As I said a couple weeks ago, I think he'll be platooning with Eric Thames as a righty complement to Thames' lefty bat. Mm-hmm. Zimmerman only played in about 50 or 55 games last year. Put up decent numbers, and he hit the home run, first home run for the Nationals in the World Series. So, but yeah, I think there was a very small chance that he was going anywhere other than Washington. So he'll be back there next year. The Cardinals re-signed Matt Wieters to a 1-year, $2 million deal. I forgot he was even in the league still. Yeah, because he's after Baltimore, he hasn't done a whole lot. But okay. Yep. The Blue Jays made another signing of somebody that I actually care about. They signed Rafael Domus, to a 1-year deal with a club option for 2021. He's 32 now. He last pitched in the majors for the Cubs in 2013. They signed him out of Japan from a team I have not looked up because I would be afraid to butcher their name.
Something Tigers, I think.
We'll go with the Tigers. He came from the Tigers. In any case, they signed him to a deal. He went 5-4 last year with a 2.11 ERA, over 55 1/3 innings in Japan. I think it's another great deal. Low risk, high reward type guy. I think it's great. I mean, obviously, I don't expect him to bring a 2.11 ERA into Toronto, but I think he can eat innings in the bullpen. And I think it's another very low signing, even cheaper. The contract hasn't been, or the money hasn't been announced for that guy either yet. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I can't.
It can't be north.
It would be at the most Shun Yamaguchi money, and even that's very, very minor, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's another great deal for them if he turns into something great. If he doesn't,
Ship him off the deadline.
Yeah, or even just cut him, right? Like it's
it's
such a
win-win.
Yeah, especially for Domus too, right? He gets another shot in the majors. It was a major league deal, and if he's only 32, so he can, he's just another guy. So I think the bullpen's actually shaping up quite nicely after having bitched and moaned about it for the first 5 episodes of season 1. I think they're actually getting their act together, and I think it'll be good. A bunch of fake minor league signings by guys that are quite obviously going to be in the majors next year. So we'll run through those. The Rangers signed Juan Nicasio to a minor league deal. He'll be in their bullpen. The Phillies signed Bud Norris. He'll be up. Drew Storen. I saw a picture of Storen when he was with the Royals last year, I guess. He looks like he's 50. I'm amazed he's still around. Good on him. But I'm amazed he's still playing because he was kind of a failure with the Blue Jays, right? When they took a run at him.
Yeah.
But I guess the Phillies like him, so he'll go to Philadelphia. Neil Walker from Miami. He'll be up.
Yeah.
Francisco Liriano. He's a lefty guy that can eat innings out of the bullpen. Yeah, he'll be up. Brewers signed Mike Morin. I have a good feeling he'll be up because the Brewers don't exactly have a great bullpen. There's a couple
they don't exactly have a great pitching.
Yeah. The Tigers signed Hector Santiago. He'll be up. He was with the Angels, I believe, last year. Angels and Mets, I believe, actually.
Yeah.
But it's the Tigers, and they need pitching. The Nationals signed Wellington Castillo, who he got a decent deal a couple years ago in free agency, right?
With the Whites?
Yeah, with the White Sox.
Yeah, White Sox.
And they let him go, so he'll go to the Nationals, and he'll be up because who do the Nationals have? They have Kurt Suzuki, Yan Gomes, they have Castillo now, they have, I believe, in AAA, Rowdy Reed, who has played in the majors before, so I mean, I guess Castillo will fit in, but I wouldn't, all it takes is half a bad season or a bad start for Kurt or for Yan, and I think Castillo will fit right in because he's a good power-hitting catcher. Braves signed Peter O'Brien. He hasn't done much since his days with Arizona, and even then, he wasn't anything overly great. The Orioles signed Taylor Davis. I don't know if you remember this guy. The guy in the Cubs system who, that meme with him just staring right into the cameras. Do you remember this?
Oh, yes.
Taylor Davis. So he'll go to Baltimore.
Yes.
He'll get a shot for sure, I would say. The Brady Rogers also signed with Baltimore. He was the ex-Houston prospect who never really got a shot there because they have so many young guys coming up in pitching in their organization, so he'll go to Baltimore. Cubs signed Rex Brothers. Also completely forgot he was still in the league. He
must be old now.
He's probably getting up there in age too. The Red Sox signed Juan Centeno. He's a catcher, and that's all I know about him. The Mariners signed Joe Hudson and Alan Hansen. God help them.
Alan Hansen.
What? Who was the last? The Pirates signed Socrates Brito.
Yeah.
That was the last dumb one. Although, to be fair, he did really well in AAA. Alan Hansen hasn't done good anywhere.
Wasn't he
done well.
Wasn't he a top prospect?
I don't know.
In some,
years ago, he had an A potential in MLB The Show. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think in the White Sox.
But, so, I mean, it's the Mariners, I guess. What the hell? The Mets signed Rene Rivera just to keep Noah Syndergaard happy. The Angels signed Jacob Barnes. Last year, he pitched with the Royals mostly, and then before that, he was with the Brewers. I think he'll be up. The Dodgers signed Cal Lobstein to a minor league deal. He's just a lefty guy that'll probably spend most of his time in AAA.
Mm-hmm.
The Indians signed Dominic Leone. He'll be up for sure. And left-handed pitcher Anthony Gose to a minor league deal, who's still hanging around as a lefty pitcher. I'm amazed. I thought he would just, flame out after a couple starts.
Just make some Instagram posts, a Transformation Tuesday post.
Yeah.
Outfielder to starter.
I don't even know what level he's at, but I would be surprised if he makes it back to the majors. I would say nothing against him, and I haven't seen him pitch. But I mean, hey, if he does good on him,
right?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. The White Sox signed a whole slew of guys. Adalberto Mejia, he was a prospect with the Twins last year. That's who it was, and he bounced around with the Angels. Alex McRae, Drew Anderson, Matt Tomshaw, Jacob Lindgren, and Jacob Brugman, all to minor league deals. The Braves signed...
The worst possible way you can spell Jacob.
Well, I'm reading that now, and I'm thinking maybe I screwed it up. Because I don't know if you would spell it like that. But Brugman's also a weird name, so maybe he did. That's weird, eh? Jacob, is that what you're looking up right now?
Yep.
Well, tell me what you find. The Braves signed Chris Rusin, Shane Robinson, and the King, Felix Hernandez, to minor league deals.
Interesting.
Felix Hernandez, I think he'll have a shot to be their fifth guy, like was it Anibal Sanchez who was with the Braves before? No, I know he was with the Nationals last year, but just a guy that can eat innings. He'll have a good shot, I think, to make the fifth spot just because of his pedigree and what he's done in the major leagues. If not, I think he'll go to the bullpen. I don't think there's a chance in hell he pitches in the minors. I think he's still relatively young, but I think it's the majors or bust for him at this point. And, I mean, his career after those, a bunch of good years with the Mariners just went downhill real quick, and he hasn't been able to get it back on track.
Confirmation of the worst spelling of the name.
Is it Jacob? So it's literally, it's how I spelled it?
No typos were
Jacob.
No typos.
Well, hey, it's interesting. Anyways, the Diamondbacks signed Joe Mantipley. He was in the minors with the Yankees last year. Then the Yankees signed Tyler Leon and Luis Avillon to minor league deals. Avillon will be up. He did well with the Mets last year. I think there's a pretty solid chance he'll be in their bullpen. The Indians signed Gunnar Ledger and Johan Quevedo. I'm amazed I didn't screw up either of those names to minor league deals. The Giants signed Jerry Blevins, Rob Brantley, and Darren Ruff. Blevins will be up. Brantley, I don't think, will be up. And Darren Ruff is interesting because he's coming back from Korea. He had a bunch of home runs over there, so he got a minor league deal. The Giants also claimed Luis Madero off waivers from the Angels. Madero, I mentioned last week, I've never heard of him, but I guess the Giants have, who continue to claim guys. They also DFA'd Jake Jewell, less than a week after getting him from the Angels.
Yeah.
So Madero replaced Jewell, and now Jewell's out. So that's just kind of weird. The Mariners claim Nick Margevicius off waivers from the Padres. I think that's a great move because the Mariners need literally everything, and a lefty pitcher is going to help them, I think. He's still he's still very young, actually, and I think he'll slide into the rotation quite easily. The Red Sox DFA'd Travis Lakins, as I said, and then traded him to the Cubs for no apparent reason. The Royals DFA'd Heath Fillmyer. I don't like that guy's name. The Twins DFA'd Ryan Harper. There, you have Jacob, who you don't like. I don't like the way this guy spells his name, Ryan.
Yeah, it's it looks like Ryan.
It might be Ryan, actually. But
Ryan
I
Harper?
think I've heard his name, Ryan Harper. In any case, he's still young. He's a bullpen guy.
Yeah.
Somebody will pick him up, I think. And Dylan Covey couldn't work out a deal with the White Sox. He'll elect free agency, and he'll get a minor deal somewhere. Yeah, he did decently, but nothing overly great. Last year, the LG Twins, a Korean baseball organization, have purchased the contract of Rockies' first base prospect, Roberto Ramos. So they signed him, and he'll go over to Korea and play. This is only notable because he's 25. He's still quite young. He was their number 27 overall prospect. The stat line he put up in AAA last year.
Insane.
Batting .309, 30 home runs, and 105 RBIs in AAA.
Yeah.
And they didn't call him up because, they have guys. They have Ryan McMahon, who's not going anywhere at first, I don't think. And they're still eating the Ian Desmond contract. Yeah. So they wouldn't bring him up. So they sold him to Korea. But what a stat line in AAA.
It's impressive.
And I'm sure there's more to it. He probably struck out a whole lot, and we just don't know. But that's insane, I think. The Mariners' Mitch Haniger will be out 6 to 8 weeks due to core surgery. It's not like the Mariners were going to, go on a run anyways. But now even less people will go to their games. The Blue Jays...
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what?
That's 2 months, right?
He'll be back.
Yeah, but...
He'll miss spring training, bro.
He'll miss spring training. He'll miss the start of the season. Yeah. Maybe the start of the season. Probably the start of the season, just because he's still relatively young and they signed him and they want to be careful.
Well, if he's back in, for sure, 2 months, it'll be late March and the season will be just starting. He'll still need reps and working out and stuff like that, so... Yeah,
but he'll have a chance to come back, but nothing's for certain. The Blue Jays signed a bunch of minor leaguers as well. Joe Panik, second baseman, I think he'll be up. He was with the Mets, the Giants. He's another low-risk guy. And he used to be a good hitter with the Giants, right? So he can be a utility infielder. Yeah.
2015 or whatever?
Something like that. And they also signed Caleb Joseph. He'll fill the Luke Manley role, I think. I don't know why you didn't just sign Luke Manley then, because Caleb Joseph is, arguably worse, I would say.
He'll probably start in AAA.
Yeah, he'll be in AAA to start. Ryan Dull to a minor league deal. He was the ex-Oakland and Yankee pitcher. And minor league catcher Patrick Cantwell. All 4 of them get minor league deals with invites to major league spring training. Yeah. I think Panik's the only real guy who has a shot to make it. Joseph, Dull, and Cantwell, I think, will all start in AAA. The big news of the week really was that Derek Jeter and Larry Walker got elected into the Hall of Fame. Larry Walker becomes the second Canadian ever behind Fergie Jenkins to get elected in. And Derek Jeter, that was only news because one person didn't vote for him. So he got 99.7% of the vote. And now everyone's pissy about it for no apparent reason. And I hate to remind everybody, but Jeter wasn't as good as people say he is. And that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
And we're not taking anything away from Jeter, and he was going to be a Hall of Famer.
He was, yeah. But you bitch and moan about this 100% thing. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Everyone's calling for the guy who didn't check him off, calling for his head and for him to come out. I want him to come out for different reasons. Because I would love to hear, what his take on it is, what his reasoning is.
Well, I'm sure he has the same reasoning as us.
Yeah.
If you look at all the stats, he's an average at best defender, if that. And
yeah, he's just not as good. As I keep telling people, if Jason Giambi slides, there's one play done. That stupid flip play, which again takes away from the fact that throw from the right fielder was quite bad.
Yeah, up the first baseline.
So so Jeter flips it. Okay, I think people are still arguing that Giambi might have been safe anyways.
Yeah.
And I know that's I don't know. I haven't seen it enough, but to have an opinion. But I know that if Giambi slides, he's for sure safe. I know that if the A's, what was that, 2001? I think it was 01.
Yeah, around then.
If they had anybody else running, it wouldn't have even been close. Like, I don't know, obviously, a lot of guys from that team. But, like anybody else. Literally,
not even sliding.
Giambi.
I mean, half the guys, you're three-quarters of the way down the line, and you see, it's up the first baseline. They don't even slide.
Yeah, but, it's just nuts to me. And that, the jump throw, I'll give him that one. It was a good athletic throw. I don't remember who was running, but if it was I don't know, Anthony Ghost running, he would have beat it out so easily.
Anderson Simmons can do that
Simmons can, yes.
So you're going to be
if you're going to say Jeter's Simmons hits for average. He's a even
obviously
better defender.
Simmons is a much worse
he plays
hitter
for the
than
Angels.
Jeter.
Well, was he? Is he?
Yes.
Jeter hits for powers.
Regardless of team,
he hits for average.
Simmons will never get to 3,000 hits.
Yeah. I don't believe he will either. But
that's a Hall of Fame worthy accomplishment that Simmons.
That is, but I don't think a whole lot else is. In terms
I'm
of
talking purely defensively.
Yes, defensively, he's not as good as everyone thinks he is. I'm talking about all of it because I don't think. Congrats, you got 3,000 hits. Nothing. It's great hitting, but I think it mainly had to do with the fact that he was on the Yankees, right? Like if he was on.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is he gets credit for the Yankees' success.
Yeah.
When
he wasn't even the best shortstop on the team. He wasn't even the best Alex Rodriguez was the better shortstop, and then they bumped A-Rod to third. But he wasn't even the best guy on the team. So everyone acting like, oh yes, Rivera got the first 100% vote in last year. And I was like, oh, Jeter must get it too. Shut up.
So then that means what? Teixeira, Cano, Posada, they all get it too?
Not you go down a dark... Yeah, it's just such a bad argument to make. And I mean, I should be happy because Larry Walker finally made it, right? In his 10th year. That was a great story.
Great showing, great shirt.
Great shirt. Love the SpongeBob
I don't know if you saw
shirt.
they put up SpongeBob shirts for sale and they sold out within a few minutes.
Didn't know that, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
He looked like he was gonna go to a racetrack or something after.
Yeah,
or
he's
out
gonna go
fishing
go-karting or something.
Or something like that, because it's I love it. I think it's great. Derek Jeter was boring. He just wore whatever. And I mean, Jeter also said, "Oh, it doesn't matter to me, that I didn't get the 100%. It 100% matters." To you.
He was pissed. He was.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was pissed.
Yes, he would. Oh, he would have been the second guy in, to get 100%. He would have been the second Yankee, right? It's whatever. Yeah. But I'm happy for Larry Walker. He totally deserved it. Everybody, all these idiot writers and guys like John fucking Heyman on Twitter who go on and on about doing shows saying, "Oh yes, it's the 10th year. It would be such a shame if he doesn't make it," and then they don't vote for him.
Yeah.
That was the one thing actually. John Heyman made a comment saying it would be such a shame if Larry Walker missed the Hall of Fame by one vote, and then you follow that up by not voting for him. You can't You can't make your cake and eat it too. You can't. Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah.
If you say one thing, you stick behind it. That's my theory on everything. If you do it, just okay, you did it. Whatever that may be, stick with it, right?
Yeah.
But saying, "Oh, yo, it'd be such a shame if he doesn't make it." No, it wouldn't be then in your opinion. If you voted for him, yes, it would be a shame. You didn't vote for him though, so it wouldn't be a shame to you. And I don't give a shit what you say because it's not at all. They don't match. So, anyways, and it's so many. I hate to say, American MLB analysts, but that's what they are, right? The majority of them were. Like, he barely got in 10 years. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, what was it? Like he was 76% or 77% he got in?
Yes, it was 76.
75%.
Yeah, it was 76 and he
got
needed
in
75.
by 1%.
Many of his categories of stats were far superior to Derek Jeter. Like, that's the other thing. They compare the stats.
Oh, yeah.
I know he's a power hitter, and I know they play different positions, so you can't really do it. But offensively, anyways, Walker blows him out of the goddamn water. Like, it's insane.
But it's the Coors Field effect.
Yes, but it's...
That's literally everyone... That's what every single person says.
I know, but anybody who says that, it's so ridiculous because he went to Montreal and he did the exact same thing in Montreal.
I know. I just see it. You see it all over the internet. It's the Coors Field effect.
It's so ridiculous. And I'm sure there are sports science guys that, yes, the ball will go... I don't know what it is, but the ball goes further, right? That's the thing.
You
it goes higher and further.
connect with the ball. The humidity doesn't just drop the ball into your barrel.
Yeah, and it's just... It's mind-boggling to me that these... I mean, I'm glad he's in. We won't have to deal with this anymore.
I mean, we're complaining, but he's in.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And then the last
good for
thing,
Canada, good for baseball.
Yeah, the last thing, the Mets hired Luis Rojas as their new manager. Hopefully he can last long enough to manage the game this time. And hopefully he won't bang on stuff and, and buzz people and give signs, use the cameras and stuff. He's like 38. I think it's a really good hire by the Mets.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody thought that about Carlos Beltran, then he turned out to be an evil person. So hopefully, Luis Rojas is not an evil person. Everyone seems to like him in the organization.
Changed from when Beltran signed a deal with the Mets until when he fired, except for news got released.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he turned evil.
No, he was just evil to begin with, and nobody really knew about it, right?
Yes.
So that was. I like the move. I like the Mets. I think it's a good fit for them because all the players I've seen. I think they'll be okay.
I mean,
but
we always say that, and then they just.
You look at their division though: the Nationals, the Braves, and the Phillies, right? Yeah. And not the Marlins once again. But like that's a really tough division to play in. And so as we said at the beginning, at the top of the show, there wasn't a whole lot of sports news to talk about.
I mean, we turned it into 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
There's not that much news.
Because we talk too much. I, in particular, talk too much. But we figured, you know what? It's the beginning of a second season. Why not have a little bit of fun with it? Because I'm sure all of you 10 viewers out there that listen for all of, what was it, a minute and a half or a minute?
That haven't even gotten this
far. Yeah, but if you do, congratulations. But we thought, why not have a little bit of fun with it? So we came up with the idea, we'll just try and pull some basic trivia. Or something along those lines. A basic trivia game with trivia that we're both fairly certain neither one of us really will get.
Not at all.
Neither of us are really confident, and I think we're both would be more confident if we were asking our administrator over here because he's, I think, probably smarter in this regard than either of us. Yeah. So with that being said, how this is going to work is we're going to take turns reading questions. You have come up with 15
we have
questions.
We have 2 or 3 different categories.
2 or 3 different categories.
Some sports,
current events, and then just
random.
Yeah, facts. Another category I couldn't really think of.
I'd say I have more random facts than just current events.
Yes. So how this is going to happen is that we're going to go back and forth. So I've written questions and answers to these questions that I know. You've done the same for you. Neither one of us have seen each other answer our questions or answers.
Yeah.
The administrator over here has, and he'll be keeping track. So he'll be, the one scoring. It'll be 1 point if you get the answer correct. It'll be no points if you don't.
And whole answer correct. Some questions have certain variations of answers.
Yes, there are different types of questions. Obviously, there's sports, baseball, hockey, and then current events and just stuff. And we're just here to have fun as the administrator is drawing on our scoreboard. So we'll see how this goes.
Paper and pen scoreboard, by the way.
Paper and pen scoreboard in a very small room with three idiots, or at least 2 idiots in here. So we'll see how this goes. Would you like me to start. In fact, actually, before we start, I just got to set up. I got to get some of these things up in my phone here, just to have these questions. Not all of them printed out overly well, so I have some of them on here. So we'll see how this goes. And do you want me to go first, or do you want to?
How about I pick one of your questions first? So I guess I'll go first.
Yeah. So 3 categories. I'm sorry, I'm messing around with my phone here. I'm such a terrible podcast host. I'm messing around with my phone here. 3 categories.
I'm gonna go with a random.
You want to start with random?
We're gonna start with a random.
We're gonna start with a random, and we'll see how this progresses. So some of these I think are overly easy. Some of them
it's the same
I don't
with mine.
think.
Some I think no chance in hell you're getting. Some
Same
I think.
here. So we'll start with one that I don't think is too simplistic. How many Canadian national holidays are there per year? Now think about this. Think it through, and take some time, because you'll have one answer at this, right?
Yeah. So, just count on my fingers here. We got 3. And by holidays, do we mean
our room is falling apart over here. This is what a great podcast this is. Anyways, yeah. So how many do you think there are?
I'm gonna go with 11.
You're gonna go with 11?
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe you got that right.
Wow.
I'm amazed you got that right.
Wow.
I have these sound bites on my phone here.
Wow.
I'm amazed.
Wow.
Did you actually know that, or was that a guess?
It was an educated guess. But I did not know that.
I am amazed you got that. I have these sound bites, and I was all ready to play one on here.
I'm completely prepared to go for my next whatever.
Oh God, there's not a chance in hell. I think I'm winning this after that. But anyways, I'm genuinely shocked to you get that. I didn't think you would know.
Oh my God.
Now I missed the opportunity to play a soundbite that I wanted to play, because I just was so dumbfounded that you actually got it. Okay, moving on. My turn, right? Ben's up 1-0. I'll go with. So what are your categories again?
I have sports, and I'd say I basically have sports and random. Some of today's events land in random. It's sort of just sports and random.
Well, let's start with sports, so I can feel bad about myself to begin with.
Okay. Which player recorded a hat trick in his native country during the 2019 Global Series?
Oh, that's a good question.
And if you'd like a refresher, I can remind you of teams that actually played.
Was it in Sweden? It was in Sweden, right? Or am I already... Was it in Sweden?
You're close, you're off.
It was in Europe. What are the 2 teams that played?
The series was between the Jets and the Panthers.
I will say... My soundbite just went off, and that's really disappointing, because I don't think I'll get this right. Alexander Barkov. Am I right?
That is close, and that is the right nationality. However, you're wrong.
What? Who is it? Oh, that's not nice.
It was Patrick Laine.
Patrick. Oh. I have no memory of that. I didn't watch any of the games, I guess.
Yeah,
they
the
were all
Global
in
Series was in Finland.
Yeah.
So it was Barkov versus Laine was the whole big deal.
I'm going to just say right now, my phone is having a freak out, and I'm going to say, we'll put more work on the administrator's plate and let him include some of these goddamn sound effects. Whatever he chooses later on. It'll be fine. He looks unhappy, but hey, it's his job. Because my phone is not working. So what? I'm 1-0 you, right?
Yeah.
Right. So whose turn is it? You'll pick, right?
We'll go back and forth. So I'll take a sports question.
You'll take a sports question. Okay. Yeah. Oh, which ones? Okay, here's a good one. 7 players this year did not receive any Hall of Fame ballots. They got no votes, none. There were 7 of them. Can you name one?
I'm going to go with...
There were only 7 of them. So
I'm just trying to think in my head an age range.
None of these guys, they were all relevant in the 2000s.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Chase Utley.
This is a joke. My phone's... I can't even get the soundbite right. No,
Ugh.
no. The 7 players were Heath Bell, a reliever, Josh Beckett, the starter, Sean
Yeah.
Figgins, Rafael Furcal, your boy Carlos Pena, Brian Roberts, and Jose Valverde.
I think I was a little advanced.
A little advanced.
It was between Chase Utley and Jimmy Rollins, so either way I'm over.
Well, you were close because a lot of people get Sean Figgins. He had a very similar career to Jimmy Rollins.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you
Well-
were close, but no cigar. So,
We'll
yeah.
live with it.
There we go. Third time's the charm, right?
We'll live with
You
it.
two look
We'll live
disgusted.
with it.
Anyways,
Well, I
so-
just got a trivia question.
well, you
wrong.
got wrong, so it's only 1-0. I'll take sports. Another sports.
Okay. Who led the MLB in hits during the 2010s? The 2010s.
That's a tough... Albert Pujols?
It's close but wrong. It's Robinson Cano.
God. Really, eh?
Yeah.
I did not... Well, Cano's
okay.
still around, right? Is Cano
Yeah.
still playing? He's in the Mets, right? That was the
Yeah.
joke of a goddamn...
Well, you'll have redemption. Similar question to follow. Stay tuned.
Okay, well, yeah. Like anyone's listening at this point, this has just gone off the rails, really. We'll get it better for next time. Okay. You go. Sports, current events, or just other stuff. I need to grab a pen here.
Let's go with current events.
Current events.
I think I've done random sports. Let's do current events.
Okay. Okay, here's a good one that I don't think you'll know, but maybe you will. Recently, due to extreme cold weather in Florida, what did the National Weather Service warn residents there about that may fall out of trees?
God, coconuts?
It's an animal, Ben.
Oh.
There's the hint. It's an animal.
God. What? Well.
I would play the Jeopardy
I'm-
theme if I didn't think we'd get copyrighted for it.
I'm gonna go with something really stupid, and
Okay.
I'm gonna say an anteater.
Jesus. Well, no, it's iguanas.
Oh.
Apparently, there's lots of them in trees, and they fall out when it's cold and
I'm
die.
gonna say.
So what the hell? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess that's not actually a bad guess.
Well, I'm trying to think of stuff that's in Florida that
Yeah.
can actually get into a tree.
Are anteaters, do they climb trees?
Well, I think they're small enough to climb a tree.
I didn't know if they climb trees.
I have no idea.
We're really smart. Okay, anyways, moving on. This is just dragging on. We'll try to get through a couple quick ones
Yeah.
here.
Well, we're still doing fine.
We're doing great. The other one, not sports. Whatever your other
Okay.
category is.
Okay, NASA determined that 2019 was the second hottest.
NASA?
Yes.
Okay.
NASA
NASA.
determined that 2019 was the second hottest year on record.
Yeah.
What other year was hotter?
Christ. 2017.
Very close.
Was it
It
2018?
was 2016.
Fuck! I should know that. I did a presentation
It's okay.
on that.
It's okay. You'll get into
God.
easier questions soon. You might go on a heater.
Son of a... Anyway,
You might go on a heater.
I gotta go on a heater.
You know what? I'm gonna keep my same pattern. I'm gonna go with random.
Random? Okay. There's one random that I gotta save till the very end because it'll be like, I don't know, worth double points or something. But okay, random. Here's an easy one. I think it's easy. How many provinces are there in Canada?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you You're not including territories, right?
Nope, that's a province.
That is a province.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
They're not?
No.
Well, not officially.
Look, you're supposed to be the dumb one here. Okay, no
Look, you're the
territories then.
dumb one
No
right now.
territories, just provinces. I
Okay.
thought they counted.
6, 7, 8. Newfoundland, Prince Edward Island. 9.
You're a moron.
No. There's 10.
Fuck, which one did I forget?
No idea. I didn't write them all down. Quite frankly, we're both
BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec,
Newfoundland.
and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and what?
I don't know. There's an
New Brunswick.
Oh
Shit.
God, there's the other one.
Fuck.
Well, no, don't feel too bad because
No.
I thought territories counted.
I butchered
This is
that one.
embarrassing.
I should have taken a 2-0 lead
This
there.
is embarrassing for all of us.
You know what? Let's get back on track.
I'm
I'm going to give you an answerable question.
Okay, but I need to pick the category.
Pick it then.
Sports.
Okay. Which NHL line is known as the perfection line?
No.
For the correct answer, you must successfully name the 3 members
I
of
have
that
to name
line.
the 3. Do you tell me the team? No?
No, that would be
The
way too easy.
perfection line. I don't know. Can you give me a conference?
Eastern Conference.
Can you give me who's in the Eastern Conference? Are the Leafs in the Eastern Conference?
Yes.
Are you dumb enough to actually say the Leafs? I don't know though. Or is there anybody in the Leafs?
The perfection line is not a team.
I know, but is it on the team? Would you not be? Would you
I don't
just,
know.
Out of spite. The perfection line.
I can't believe you've never heard this.
I've never heard of this.
I'm dumbfounded.
My God. I don't know. Marner Matthews Nylander. I don't know.
No.
Who?
Not only is that not even a line, it's Marchand Bergeron Pasternak.
Yeah, I've never heard of that in my life.
I'm worried for the rest of this trivia game.
Well, you thought that was an easy one? The perfection line?
Yeah.
Okay, it's only 1-0, right? Or is it 2-0?
It should be 2, but it's 1.
It's 1-0. Right. Okay. Okay, here we go.
I'm up.
Yeah, you are up.
Okay, we're back to sports, I think.
All right, okay. Can you see my paper from there?
No, it's behind my computer.
Oh, good. Here's a Leafs one for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. How many Maple Leafs at this point in the season have 20 or more points?
20 or more points.
Yes, you don't have to name them, just how many?
Oh, God. Marner, Tavares, Nylander. I don't think Hyman does. Janssen doesn't. Kapanen probably does. Kerfoot, I'd say, is at about 20. Riley has more than 20. Barry has more than 20. Not Trevor Moore. None of the fourth liners. 8.
8? Very close. 9.
Who did I miss?
So I'll read them. Tavares, Marner, Matthews, Nylander. That's fairly obvious. Kapanen.
Yeah,
I think you
had
said.
Kapanen.
Tyson Barrie.
Yep.
Morgan Riley.
Yep. Who did I forget?
Ilya Mikheyev. And Zach Hyman. 9.
Oh yeah, I had Hyman, so I just forgot. I forgot about
This
Mikheyev.
man, who's now injured or something.
Wow.
Ilya Mikheyev. Yeah.
I'm close to having 3 here.
Well, you might shut me out 1-0, and this will be really embarrassing. Anyways,
Crazy right
give
now.
me a.
I can't believe I got the Canadian national holidays right, and I got the Leafs.
Yeah, that's
point getters
really
wrong.
Yeah, I'm not one to talk, but that's pretty goddamn bad.
Well, 2 educated guesses.
Continue.
Just so.
Give me a random.
Okay, what does NES stand for in gaming terms, or in the gaming world?
NES? Jesus.
Our administrator would have this one in the bank.
Is it like PC? Can I phone a friend? I don't know. Is what in gaming, like on a computer? Give me something.
It's
NES.
It's short form for a
Console.
a type of console.
Last word system.
Nintendo something system. What, NES?
Yeah.
Nintendo Entertainment System?
Bingo.
Holy shit, I got that. I got one right?
I'll give you half.
Oh my, no, you're giving me a full one, you psycho. That's a full one. Oh my god, it's tied. It's real? I didn't know that.
You were given some very generous hints.
Yeah,
however,
okay, but I'm an idiot. I need those hints.
You got it right.
Yeah. All right. So you've done, just before you pick your next one, you've done 2 sports, 2 world things.
I'm back
1
to current
current
events. Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Maybe you'll know this, but maybe you won't. So in today's society, there are many new like streaming services, right? For
Yes.
television, documentary,
Yes.
movies, all that. However, there are like 3 big ones that kind of dominate over the rest. So I'll just tell you straight out, don't include Disney, whatever the hell that is for this. That
Disney
doesn't.
Plus.
Yeah, forget that. There are 3 big ones.
Yeah.
Name 2 out of the 3.
Netflix.
That's 1.
Crave TV.
Is that your final answer?
Well, you said there's 3, right?
Oh, there's 3 main ones. Yeah. So I'm saying is that.
Well, there's Netflix, Apple TV, and Crave TV. I'll go with that.
No, you have to pick 2.
Oh, I'll pick 2?
Yes, there's
Oh.
3, Ben.
So I picked 2. Okay, I'll go with Netflix and Apple TV.
Okay, you got that right. You got that right. The 3 were Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Apple TV.
Well, it's good I didn't go with Crave TV.
I was really
then.
hoping you would go with Crave because at this point I'm more concerned with you getting them wrong than I'm getting them right.
Well,
So what? I'll go sports.
okay.
So bad.
Who finished second in NHL scoring during the 2018-2019 season, which was last season?
Yeah, second in scoring. Oh, I'm trying to think of who came in first. Well, last year the year that last year Brandon Manning broke Connor McDavid, right? So I'm assuming it's not Connor McDavid who came in first, or did he? When that?
I'm done giving you hints.
Fuck off, Ben. Well, it's not Connor McDavid either way because he would have come in first. Oh, I'm thinking it's a Colorado Avalanche guy. It's either Rantanen because I know he had a really good season. It's probably not Rantanen because I can see you getting a smug smirk on your face. So I'm not gonna go with not Rantanen. McKinnon maybe? Or Kucherov. I'll say Kucherov. I don't think it's Kucherov, but it's just he's always good, right?
You're right. It was not Kucherov. It was Connor McDavid.
Who came in first?
Kucherov.
Fuck off. Fuck off. When did Connor McDavid get his back broken by the racist asshole in the AHL? When did Brandon Manning break his back?
In like the first year.
Oh.
I don't think he ever broke his back. He said 2 severe injuries. One was last year in the last game of the season.
Okay, yes, he did something to his back. Okay, I don't know. But, so Kucherov was first. It was Connor McDavid. That's
it was
embarrassing.
Connor McDavid.
What's the score?
I think it's
2-1 Ben.
Or 2-1. Yeah, you got 1 right.
I got 1 right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm back to random.
Are you just doing it in order?
Yeah.
Okay. Which country in the world eats the most chocolate per capita? It's a European country.
Well,
that'll be my hint.
I'm between 2 countries that were both in Europe anyway. I'm gonna go with Belgium.
Wrong.
Was it Switzerland?
It was Switzerland.
Wow.
You were close though.
I'm a disgrace.
No, you're not.
Well, no, it was a 50-50. It's like a true and false. You don't know on a test.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, because it would have been. I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know. Belgian chocolate just rips off Swiss chocolate, anyways. I think.
Well,
but what do I know? Okay. What I picked sports last time and I got completely torn apart. So I'll go with the other one.
You might kill me for this. What do the 100 folds in a chef's hat represent?
Oh. Says the guy who with the family full of chefs and who knows how to cook. 100. Well, you're laughing. You think
it's just because it's so stupid.
I should know
It's
this.
just as stupid as what falls out of a Florida tree.
Yeah, I know. That was really dumb too.
I already gave you an X.
You're an asshole. Our administrator is such a little asshole. Oh God, 100. I didn't even know there were 100 folds in a chef's hat. Like the white ones, like that.
Big,
Ratatouille guys wear.
Yep.
100. I know in like chemistry, there's like a big chemists union. Is there like a bakers union or like a cooks union? Are there 100 countries that are part of a cooks union?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, Ben, it's my final answer.
It's wrong.
What is it?
They represent the 100 possible ways to cook an egg.
I don't believe that for a second. 100 ways to cook an egg?
You can Google it when we're done here.
Well, yeah. I will.
After I beat you in trivia.
Yeah, it's too... That was very presumptuous of you giving me an X before
Wow.
he did it.
Regardless, I'm back to sports.
I'm back to sports. Okay. I'll give you, relatively... Well, I can't even say that because both of us are just way off. Jose Bautista, well-known Toronto Blue Jay. He's played in the majors with 7 different teams. In the majors with 7 different teams. Can you name 5 of them?
Toronto, Atlanta, New York Mets, Pittsburgh Pirates, Baltimore Orioles.
You got it.
Done.
You were gonna keep going there, but
I
yeah,
was gonna
good
say
job.
Kansas City Royals next.
Kansas
Is that
City,
right? Yeah.
Kansas City, and do you know the 7th one, just for the sake of it? That's where his career
White Sox
ended.
or something? No.
Red Sox.
I said White Sox.
Oh, White Sox.
Was it like Philly?
Yeah.
Washington?
It was
Philly.
Philly. Home
Philly.
of Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So what's it? 3-1.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay. You got more than 3 questions.
other-
You're not mathematically eliminated yet.
Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay,
and
here we
so
go.
on.
Other. What is the capital city of Croatia?
Again, you're giving me an X before you. I don't. This is terrible.
It's morally wrong.
Just for the record, I could be searching these up in Siri, but I'm not, because I'm a fair player even when I lose. Capital of Croatia. Okay, smug one. Do you know what the capital of Croatia is? No, you don't.
To be fair, I knew
prob-
it. I knew what this was before I made the question. Not to gas myself up or anything, but
Oh yeah, Croatia. I honestly don't know because I can't think of one. If I say something retarded like Prague, my mother is gonna just tear into me when she listens to this. So I don't know. I have no clue. What is it?
Zagreb.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, you did. You really did. Pick what's next.
Current events I think is next.
Okay, in April 2019, astronomers discovered, and then they took pictures of it, something that had never been seen before or photographed before. What was it?
Oh, they went up. It was photos of fucking what's the planet way up? Saturn's rings, I think it was something like that. Saturn's rings.
No.
Oh.
No. A black hole.
Oh.
Remember that?
It's condescending. Yeah, I do.
Condescending.
It is. I thought I was gonna guess pictures of Neptune.
Don't
And
we
then
already have pictures of Neptune? I don't know. But I just thought we No, okay, no, it was a black hole. Moving on. What the hell? I found that on a CNN website, actually. I was looking up. I had to get one more question. And I'm like, interesting facts over the last year. And the first one was CNN, 100 interesting facts for children. And I put that up. But obviously not for children. Okay, sports.
Okay, here you go. I'm gonna put you back in the mix. 3 managers lost their job in relation to the Astros sign stealing scandal. Who are they?
Hinch, Beltran, and Alex Cora.
There you go.
Also, Brandon Tobin, who was already fired, who was an assistant general manager.
Brandon
Jeff
Tobin,
Loonhow, who was the
they
head
are
of the
not
Houston
managers.
Astros. I know, but I'm trying to sound smart because I'm losing. And I'm sure
By
other
saying
pro-
you're
pro-
losing
pro-
doesn't make you sound smart.
Okay, it's 3-2. Let's go. You have 2 sports, 2 current
Okay, I'm
events,
back to
and 2
random then.
Okay. Technically speaking, how long is one moment?
What the fuck? A moment? I'm gonna go with. Like if you tell someone like give me a moment, it's usually like 30 seconds.
Wrong. 4 seconds.
4?
4 seconds is a moment.
You can't even do anything in 4 seconds.
I don't care. I don't know. 4 seconds.
That's it.
Right.
You're back to the hard list.
No kidding. Give me a sports.
Okay.
Or do you have any sports left?
No, of course. Who was the youngest player to hit 50 home runs in a single season?
Well, how old was Bautista when he did it? He was 29, I think. And I don't think it would be Jose, because I'm sure Jose hit 54 that year, and I think somebody did it before him. So 50, eh? I don't know how old Bonds was when he was with San Francisco. Maguire, I think, was too old, too. I mean, 29? Was Bonds older than 29? No, you said this is a hard one, so I don't think you'd give me an easy one in Jose Bautista. So I'm going to scratch that off the list. Old-timey guys. Maybe it might have been one of the Griffies? I don't know why I'm saying this out loud, because really you're not going to help me. I'll say Mark Maguire.
Wrong. It was Prince Fielder.
Wrong. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Prince Fielder.
Oh, I didn't. That's interesting, actually. Oh, okay. Pick.
Sports.
Okay. Here's a hockey one. It's a recent hockey one. Recently, the Columbus Blue Jackets have had to use 3 different goalies, one of which was because one of their goalies got injured. So there's 3 goalies they've used recently. Name all 3.
Corpusalo.
Full names.
Eunice Corpusalo.
There's 1.
Elvis Merzlikens.
There's 2.
And, well, I don't know this, but it's...
Recently, he's played a considerable amount.
I mean, I don't really follow Columbus, so... no idea.
No answer?
If you say the name, I'll probably recognize it, but I can't.
Matis Kivlenieks.
What the I've never heard of that guy.
Yeah, neither. I didn't
Not
hear until I
once.
got called up. Those are 3 great names, eh?
Yeah.
Eunice Corpusalo, Elvis Merzlikens, and Matis Kivlenieks. That's great. And Merzlikens is on a roll, right? He has 3 straight shutouts or something for the All-Star break.
Yeah, so my fantasy team.
Yeah. Okay, give me an other.
Okay, around how many grapes go into making 1 bottle of wine?
Oh, I read this a while ago. 1 bottle of wine.
It's around, so give me
an
either
estimate, yeah.
In the hundreds. Like,
Yeah.
100, 200, 300, like, however many.
Well,
you
it's
think.
not. It's more than 100. I'll say 20. I'll say 2,600.
It's 700.
Really? It only takes 700?
Yep.
Is that like a small bottle of wine?
It's just an average bottle of wine.
Oh. Okay. You have the other one. I'm leaving till the last one just for the hell of it. So you have 1 sports and 2 current events to choose from. I guess.
Well, I'm gonna go with current events.
Okay. Here's a weird one. So also very recently, CBC along with other news agencies in Canada, they've done stories on this. There was a very kind of unsettling paper report, academic report kind of thing that was published by scientists. I don't know how they found this out actually, but it was regarding a new fact about cats, all cats, that drew major news coverage all over the country for like 1 day or whatever it was. What, generally speaking, was that?
I think I might
of
actually
news?
know this. I read a thing about cats recently. It might be completely different, but that some cats are allergic to humans.
Is that what?
That's my final answer.
No, that was close. What it is that let's say you have, I don't know, take my 2 cats, right? I have 2 cats. And let's say I was home by myself, and for whatever reason, apocalypse is going on outside, and I die. Cats, no matter if they're indoor, outdoor, whatever breed, they will eat your body, your dead body, to survive. Even house cats. I didn't. Apparently, no one knew that.
Me. I don't know, but within the last week, I read an article about how some cats are allergic to humans.
Oh,
I guess that kind of partly contradicts what you're saying.
Well,
but
yeah, I mean,
anyway.
yeah, I guess, but I can't imagine. Well, I can imagine Tux just digging right into me if I'm dead on the floor because he's a fat
not
ass.
a very
But
nice thought.
anyways, okay, I'll go sports. Hit me with the sports.
Who led the majors in home runs for the 2010s? This is my last sports.
Who led the majors in home runs for the 2010s? Does that mean 2010 to 2019?
It's the same thing as the Cano thing, yeah, in 2010s.
Edwin Encarnacion.
Close, but wrong. It's Nelson Cruz.
Fuck. I knew it was one of the old guys who were still kicking. I know Edwin has some crazy stats.
I'm sure
about-
Edwin's up there. I actually haven't looked at
Yeah,
that.
I think he probably is up there.
I'd say I'd say the top 3, if I had to guess, would be Cruz, Encarnacion, and Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah, so, or like even throwing Pujols, right? Because he had a couple. So like, yeah, that's. Anyways, okay, you got 1 sports, 1 current events, and the 1 other one which we're saving till the
Okay,
very end.
so I'll go with sports.
Okay, this is a bit of a long read that I typed up. So current Oakland Athletics front office guy, Billy Beane, was drafted in the first round, 23rd overall, by the New York Mets in the year 1980. Which former Toronto Blue Jays manager was drafted as the 24th overall pick, so right after Billy Beane, also by the New York Mets? Former Toronto Blue Jays manager with the 24th, he was the 24th overall pick in 1980. Interestingly, he was the third actual first-round pick the Mets had that year. So the Mets took whoever at first, they took Billy Beane at 23rd. We know how that worked out. It didn't work out. And then they picked this former Blue Jays manager.
You want to give me a positional hint or no?
No. Because I think if I do, it'll probably... Well, no, I can't do it.
It's between three guys. I don't think it was... There's no way John Gibbons played professional baseball. John Gibbons, John Farrell, and, like, Pat Borders? I'm going to go with Pat Borders.
Wrong. It was your boy, John Gibbons.
Oh my god.
John Gibbons was drafted by the Mets. He played, he was a catcher.
John Gibbons was a catcher?
Yeah, he made it to the majors, I don't think for too long, but he played with the New York Mets. I believe he played maybe a game or two with the Montreal Expos as well.
Maybe that's why his legs look so bad, eh?
Well, maybe. But yes, so that's John Gibbons. I had to look that up because I didn't know for sure when I saw it.
I botched it.
Yeah, well, I didn't also know that Pat Borders was a former Blue Jays manager either. So.
Okay, well, I only got random.
Yeah. Okay.
Left,
Yeah.
we current events / random.
Yeah, we're running out of stuff here, so.
Yeah.
Gotta go. Random.
It's random. Okay. What does ZIP stand for in U.S. postal terms?
Oh, I had a question.
Like a zip code.
I know. So what does ZIP stand for?
Yes.
I had a question very similar to this that I don't give me an X before I've said it. I had to delete because I just thought it was dumb. Zip. Zip. God, the Z just throws me way off there. Something. Information, personal. Oh God, zip. I'm trying to think of a Z word that has anything to do with addresses. I have no idea.
Zone improvement plan.
Oh. Nothing to do with personal information, I guess. That's a shame. You're getting a current event one.
Current events, yeah.
Which was the name, what was the name of the donut store that Prime Minister Justin Trudeau purchased donuts from, much to the ire of many? Why everybody got mad at him for doing it for no apparent reason. I'll give you a hint, it was in Winnipeg.
Repeat the first part of that question.
What was the name of the donut store Prime Minister Justin Trudeau purchased donuts from?
God. Well, Tim Hortons is too easy.
It was not Tim Hortons because if it was Tim Hortons, nobody would be getting pissed at him. It was not Tim Hortons. It was a local donut shop. I'll give you another hint.
Stacy's Bagel and Donuts.
What the hell is even
Okay, that's your okay, no, that's wrong. The hint I was about to give you was that Smokey, because he's, off in his own little world, at the beginning before we started recording, read through my questions and actually said the answer out loud. So that's why I left it till the very end. It was Donuts.
Oh no.
Donuts.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame. Okay. We're on the home stretch here of this.
Yeah, I have 3 more questions for you.
Okay. Well, yeah. So hit me with one.
A puggle is a cross between which 2 breeds of dogs?
God, a puggle. A pug, obviously, and a puggle. Pug is puggle. Pug is pug. Uggle. I don't know. I can't think. That sounds like a type of like shoe, like a sock. I don't know. I'll say a schnauzer. It's not a schnauzer.
It's a cross between a pug and a beagle.
Beagle. That's where it is.
Puggle.
Fuck. Yeah. What's it? Still 3-2?
Yep.
How many do you have left? 2?
Yep.
Okay, well, do you want to give me just another one, and then I'll say it, and then you say it, so we'll all be done.
Sure.
Okay, so give me another one.
The equator passes through which 3 South American countries?
South American. All right. South American. I'm thinking of, okay, we're gonna do this geographically. I know it's north of Chad in Africa, so I think Chad is a little bit lower down in Africa. So if it's higher than Chad, that pretty much cuts I'd say 3/6. That's half. Fuck. 4/6 of South America off. What's up there? I'll say the Dominican Republic. Is that
That's
one?
Central America, you dumbass.
Okay, well, Central, because some people do view, to be fair.
No, they do not.
Yeah, they do.
Central America and South America are 2 completely different
asshole.
places.
Venezuela. Are you gonna say Puerto Rico's in Central America?
I'm gonna let you guess. I'm gonna let you have 3
Venezuela,
guesses.
Peru, and Uruguay. I don't know.
All wrong.
Oh, what a surprise!
You just said you were cutting off the bottom 4/6.
What
and
is
then
it?
You proceeded to guess the country at the very bottom.
Is it El Salvador?
It's Ecuador, Brazil, and Colombia.
Okay.
Equator. No?
No. Is that why it's called Ecuador? Are you nodding your head because you know that for sure? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. That was pretty good.
Okay, so this is the last one?
Yes, we're one more each, and then we'll say I have one last thing to bring up, and then we'll just call it quits.
Oh,
here.
I think this is the last one.
Really? Okay.
Well, I went first.
Oh,
I don't
well.
feel comfortable giving you my last question without a redemption
Okay, well,
plan.
I'm just doing it for fun now.
We're gonna tie.
This is
my
a dumb
point.
one. Yeah, I know. Well, then he can search up a question. Okay. Which Ryerson University goaltender recently made history by claiming his 15th regular season win, setting a new team and club record for wins in a regular season?
Which Ryerson goalie?
Which Ryerson University goaltender recently made history by claiming his 15th regular season win, setting a new team record for wins in a regular season?
Probably not Taylor Dupuis. So I'm gonna go with...
Might be Taylor Dupuis.
God, what's the other guy's name? I can't even remember his name.
There's 2 other guys. That'll be my hint. There's 2
Yeah,
other
well,
guys.
I don't think it's Forrest. So it's...
He's one of the 2.
I forget the other guy's name. It's the other guy. Fuck, what's his name? Do I get to look up the Rams roster just to get the name?
No, you don't. Dude, I didn't look up the Boston Bruins roster.
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay,
no, you don't.
No, you don't.
Boston.
No, you don't.
No, that guy's long gone, not Brody Barrick.
No, he's not long gone. He's gone. It's not Brody Barrick, but he's not long gone, but he's gone.
I'm gonna go with Forrest because I know the other guy's name, but it might be Forrest.
Okay,
so
do you want to look up? Do you want to look at the other guy?
Sure.
Okay, I'll give you a couple seconds to look it up. There's 2 guys. It's 50-50 again. It's either Garrett Forrest. Well, okay, no, but if you do though, it might show his stats. Show one of the guy's stats. So.
100%. This is my guess. Once I figure out his name.
Okay. This apple juice is really good.
They're not cold anymore.
It doesn't matter. Well, they weren't cold at all, I don't think. Was yours cold?
No, that's what I mean. I
No.
took them off the porch.
Oh, I know, but I don't
mind
mind them. Like, I don't mind warm. Well, it's not warm, but it's.
Okay, what's this guy's name? Where's the view list? I'm trying to see the list. Okay, his name is Troy Timpano. That's his name, and that's my guess.
You're going with Troy Timpano?
I'm going with Troy Timpano.
It was Garrett Forrest.
Fuck.
I strung you along for that one a little bit.
I think I was about to guess Forrest too, wasn't I?
Yeah, and then I said, well, do you want to look up the other guy?
Oh,
and
yeah,
then you
you're
looked up
smart,
the other
eh?
guy. Hey, yeah. So, okay, well, you don't want to give me the chance to tie?
Well,
our administrator can come up with another question.
No, well, I went first is my point. So I would have to get another chance to redeem myself.
Oh.
And I have a strong feeling that you'd be
Okay,
able to get this.
So we'll... okay.
Look,
Ben
if
wins.
you don't get this,
Yeah.
then not only do I win, but then Dairy Queen's on you.
No, I don't have money for that. I do not have the cash.
So like, just
Okay,
basic,
administrator, is it as easy as he's saying it is?
Yes.
No, I can't rely. I have 2 out of like 15.
How about I shoot it to you?
How about we just do it for the hell of it? Okay.
Sure.
Okay, you win. Ben, my co-host, beats my idiot self 3-2 in trivia. Lame as it is, but he wins. We're one more just for the hell of it, and then I'll finish with some story.
What is this year's Chinese New Year animal?
I wouldn't know that.
Are you serious?
No, I wouldn't. I would say a lion. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Well, no, hold on. No, I don't know. I've been paying it.
Each
Each
Chinese
year.
New Year was yesterday.
Yes, it was. My math teacher was talking to me about it.
Yes, each Chinese New Year it flips the calendar to a
Yes, it
different
does.
animal.
I know that. I just don't know what animal is it. Well, okay, if it's not a lion, because
bad.
you guys.
Lion's
It's.
not even one of the animals.
I don't know any of the animals. Is there a duck on it? I don't know. This isn't even me being insensitive. I just honestly God don't know.
You're not being insensitive. You're being stupid. So give us an answer.
What is it? What is the animal?
It's a
then?
rat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. Okay, I think our administrator here is. Are these the percentages of how much we've gotten correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna read these right beside his beautiful drawings. So you won 3-2. You got 20% of the questions correct.
That means I got
3 out
3
of
out of 15.
Yeah. I, on the other hand, got 13% of the questions correct, which is 2 out of however many.
Ooh.
This is one of those instances where our administrator here is gonna get his money's worth and throw in some sound bites. But anyways, so that was not a great first trivia.
We'll build off of it.
We'll build off of it.
We'll
This
build
is
off
our
of
last
each other's knowledge and
This is our last one by
prepare
far.
questions accordingly.
So we're gonna wrap this up soon. There's one story. It'll be quick, I promise. That I just gotta bring up. I saw it before I hopped on the bus to come here to record. Is that so? It was by CBC Toronto. So there was a story that there were certain milk products, like different types of milk, in Ontario and parts of Ontario and Quebec, that were recalled due to sanitizer contamination. And I think that's so incredibly ridiculous. Now, obviously, I don't know what really I'm talking about in terms of how that gets made, but that's so far. How do you manage to screw that up? Sanitizer contamination.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Well,
I thought sanitizer was supposed to remove contamination. How do you what?
Well, okay, no, but you're not gonna put sanitizer in milk. That's the thing. Well, you're not gonna. Yeah, you wouldn't. It doesn't taste good, and I would know.
That's worrisome.
And you know exactly what I mean. But no, anyways, it's just stupid.
Oh.
It's what the hell, right? Sanitizer and I don't care what type. Yeah. Anyways,
I warned you about that.
yeah, you did. Well, multiple people did. But anyways, yeah. So I don't know how that happens, and that's a major goddamn screw up if I've ever seen one. What the hell? You
Yeah.
don't have a response to it. Our administrator is looking totally disinterested.
Look,
at this
now we're
point.
just yapping at this
We are.
point,
Yeah.
and
I just thought I'd bring it up because it's the stupidest This is a government thing. It was a government issued thing too, I should mention. It was so
Yeah.
whatever.
And if you've gotten this far, find something better to do with your
What
life.
time are we at?
1:33.
Okay, and when did we start trivia? 50-ish?
Yeah.
We've spent 43 minutes not talking about sports and being complete total idiots.
43 minutes, 5 correct answers total.
5 correct answers and 1 bad CBC News story. What the hell? Well, we're back for a second season. Hopefully this gets more than 10 views, although I wouldn't bet on it.
Yep.
So if you've hung in this far, which I'm sure you probably haven't, thank you for listening to us. We love you and adore you, and we'll be back probably next week, but who the hell really knows? We'll talk to you then.